Good day, everyone. Let's talk about what the indentation above the horse's eye is, what it's called, its function, and all of those things. Let's get into it. I'm going to show you all of my horses and talk about it for several reasons. This area is part of the frontal bone. The pocket is called the supraorbital fossa, or otherwise known as the orbital lobe. The orbital lobe carries a fat pad, which is above the eye toward the back of the eye, which protects the eye, with the rostral auricle muscles around it. So that is why sometimes when you see a horse chewing or moving its jaw or using its tongue, you can see that indentation moving. We're now on to Queen. We started out with Boss. This is also a very useful part of a horse to age them. Boss is only 8 years old. Queen is only 4 years old, so you could see that their orbital lobes were not very indented. This is Boone and Fleur, father and daughter. Boone is 21 years old, so his was pretty indented, as you can see. Fleur is 16 years old. Hers is not very indented, just a little bit. She loves being a model. Look at those sweet eyes. Then we're going to move on to June. So aging a horse this way, the more it's indented, the older the horse is, generally speaking. Looking at June, you have to consider the body condition of a horse. June is what we call an easy keeper. So you can see where I'm touching it. Her fat pad is thicker and it's a little raised up and it's a little squishy when I touch it. Little June here, she can put on weight real quick. So that's what we consider an easy keeper. You don't have to put much into them. You actually have to watch how much they eat because they can get overweight. June is also 9 years old, so she's a pretty young horse. This is our sweet boy, Jax. Jax is our oldest horse. He's 24, so you can see his orbital lobe is a little more sunken in, and you can see where he's moving his tongue there. You see it poke in and out. See that? Sometimes when they're eating, it'll do this too, and that's just the muscles around the eye. I have a couple of diagrams that I can show you so you can have a better understanding of why that happens and how it works. He's just the sweetest boy. The older they get, if they're in normal condition, which he's in great condition for his age, the more indented it is. And I'm just showing you here that June is a little hefty. So in the fall, we bump up their food a little bit more because the grass is going dormant. So here's a decent diagram that kind of shows you, beautiful artwork, by the way, the lobe. And then the next diagram is going to show you the muscles in aspect to the bone in the horse's structure. Any questions, let me know, and I hope you have a great day.